So I'm not sure if anybody will ever see this or hear this, but kind of doing this for my kids in general. And whoever needs to hear whatever randomness I have to say. Um, I've been thinking about this for a while, just general dad thoughts. And there's a lot of little wisdom that I've picked up from other dads, uncles, just great men in general um, throughout the years that I rely on and pass on, and I want to instill in my children, and I hope I have. Um, yeah, I've got a lot of different thoughts, and I'll share them as we go along. And obviously, right now I'm at the tail end of COVID. Um, kind of thought I was immune to it because I've been around it so much, never got it, and here we are. Yeah, I've got it. It feels like a lingering cold. Nothing too severe, mostly frustration. But yeah, so my dad thoughts. I've been blessed with being around three different children that are all grown adults at this point. Um, Obviously, uh, I met Zach when he was 2.5, and I got to spend most of his life, around him. Now he's an adult doing his own thing. Of course, my joy is Miss Megan, and I've been around her entire life. She is definitely biologically mine. We are stubborn as hell and act alike, and there's a lot to that. And then now I have Brooke. I remarried, and we have another lovely daughter, and because of Brooke, um, we also have a granddaughter. So I get to play the dad role from a whole different perspective. I get to spoil and also guide a little bit as a grandpa. So it's an interesting deal. It's a lot of fun. Um, and the main takeaway from this right now is that there's no right way to raise a child. If you know me, you've heard me say that before. Um, and I want my kids to remember there's no right way. There's a wrong way. Wrong way is abuse, neglect. But right way, there is no one right way. People raise their children all different fashions. And then the end result is completely different from what the parents had originally started out. You do what you can, you hope for the best, you do what you think is right, and all parents love. And that's all you can do. You love and try and do the right thing. But if you're a strict parent or you're too lenient, you just never know what the right answer is. Kids that lived in a strict environment are, they go off the rails at one point or another, and they do anything and everything to rebel. Kids that lived way too lenient, the parents let them get away with everything, find structure in their own lives. They're completely opposite of what you would think. It's just no telling. And each child is different. You may raise one child under one set of standards, and you have a second child, and man, that changes night and day. When Zach and Megan were young, I could just look at Zach and talk to him the wrong way, and he would just break down. I could browbeat him. I never raised a hand to the child. My daughter, she'd look at me and start laughing. I mean, even as a toddler, she just didn't care what I had to say. You actually had to put a hand on her butt to get her to listen. Um, yeah, so every child is different, and they go off course. They'll do their own thing. They find their way, and that's one of the hardest parts. Is when they do get older and they become grown, letting them live, letting them make their own mistakes. Us parents, we want to protect them from everything. Not always easy. That's all I have for today. I'm going to try and record more stuff and add more things in, and it'll be random. I'll roll all over the place. And, if my kids are watching this, they'll laugh a little bit because they know I go all different directions and take forever to tell a story. So, this is day one of Dad Thoughts for me. I may record daily, I may record monthly, I'm not sure. But I'm going to try and do this on a regular basis.